There's something about June that always feels different. It's the middle of the year, the turning of the tide. In the southern hemisphere, we witness the winter solstice, while in the north, it marks the height of summer. June is also my birth month, and this week, as I begun my 33rd trip around our star, I couldn't help but take a moment and take stock of what's been happening in my life. One thing is for sure, it's been a crazy couple of weeks.
That was a dirt BMX event called the Night Harvest, and my brother Jim, he and I have always been very keen on dirt jumping and dirt bikes, he organized us tickets through a friend of ours, Tyron. I'm doing some work with Tyron at the moment actually, and it was a great event. There were even a couple of Olympic athletes and Nitro Circus guys, which is pretty cool. We also have a new addition to the family. And no, Tyron hasn't been pregnant, but we do now have a kid, and his name is Finn. He weighs 11 kilograms and he's pretty furry. You can expect to see a lot more of Finn in the coming vlogs because he's just so darn cute. He's my lick bait. I've also been busy wrapping up a huge competition that I ran via my website in the month of May. See, I figured me being a new-ish guy in town, a good way for me to get my name out there and tell people what it is that I do would be through running a competition where I give away something of value that I do, which is my skill and my time. So a winner has now been selected and I look forward to helping that business grow. You might even see some of that happen here in the vlog. Something fun that also happened over the last couple of weeks, an NGO called the Traveling Art Gallery connected with me through mutual contact. They shipped off 80 pieces of incredible South African art, sent it off to Germany for 3 exhibitions that they're holding there this month, and they wanted somebody to help film it and tell their story online. Mike speaking, hello. And that was really cool. I realized that I love helping people tell their stories. But you know how sometimes you get that feeling that everybody else's lives are much more interesting or much more exciting than your own, which is bullshit. But I have found it a little bit difficult to transition from telling other people's stories back into telling my own, which is why this is a little bit late. But it doesn't matter. I've been creating a life that I am so excited to be living, and that to me is the most important thing in the world. I've heard people say it for the last 10 years of my life, and it's only really now starting to truly resonate with me. I am my own boss and the maker of my own destiny. That's not to say that it's easy. It's probably one of the hardest things in the world to do. I'll show you what I mean here. See, up until now, June and July I've had sorted, but last week 2 difficult phone calls, and all of a sudden I have to find something to take their place. And the clock is ticking. It's already June. But here's the thing. That whole thing, my calendar, is called being in a comfort zone. And it's times like this when you step out of your comfort zone. But the trick is grabbing the moment by the horns and making things happen. See, I don't see this as a problem. I see it as an opportunity for new growth. New things can now happen in place of what was going to happen. So something will replace it, it's just going to look different. I mean, think of all the incredible things you can do in 60 days.
So here's my invitation to you. Step out of what's holding you back. Yes, You're used to your house, your job, your everyday life, and you feel safe. Maybe you get a paycheck at the end of the month, and you wouldn't dream of leaving it for something that isn't there to replace it yet. But ask yourself right now, is the paycheck making you happy? Is it worth sitting in traffic for every day?
It's not a bad view to get stuck in traffic with.
Is it really bringing you closer to what you want to achieve in life? Do you truly feel like you are being paid what you are worth and your time is being seen as valuable? I'm not telling you to go out and quit your job. I'm telling you to do some thinking and figure out what you are doing with your life right now and if that's truly what you believe you want. If the answer to that is no, I invite you to start making changes. Trust me, as soon as you move from intention into action, you'll begin to see the pieces fall into place around you. The first step is the hardest and most important one to take. From there, it's just all about keeping yourself honest and doing what you believe in, and just don't stop moving forward.
That all being said, if you need a new website, videography, stills, graphic design, or even a digital marketing plan, drop me a line in the comments. I might have some time in June or July. Hold up. Do you remember from the first episode I mentioned that I wanted to find all of the stories around my new hometown and help those stories be told? Well, the good news is I've met some really, really cool people and I'm going to be helping. So in next week's vlog, I should have the very first story for you. Probably. And if you've been holding out for them for this whole time, you're a trooper and I thank you.